I'd like to also acknowledge a remarkable absence. 10 years ago, Kathy Blackwell had joined this organization as a volunteer and as a member of our gala committee. She was elected to the board in 2018, served as president from 2019 until she stepped down last year. Kathy passed in early February after years of dedicated service. And like you, I knew her as a booster of West Seattle, a trusted collaborator, and a very dear friend. The last time I saw Kathy was at our annual meeting in November, and as we shared the year's accomplishments, I will have this image in my mind forever. She sat smiling broadly and with a glow that masked her declining health. Her pride was contagious. I just couldn't help but just lock eyes with her, and if she were here tonight, I know she'd be prouder than ever. And thank you, Lori, for being here tonight. And Willem, thank you. It is celebration that brings us together. 40 years ago, the Southwest Seattle Historical Society was formally organized, a longtime dream of Elliot Cowden and Joanne Mraz. We're here to celebrate the first concerted effort to collect and preserve Duwamish Peninsula history. 120 years ago, the Fur Lodge, also known as the Alki Homestead, was built as a private residence at Alki Beach, a site with historical significance that extends well beyond the Bernard family story and that of the first colonial settlement established there 53 years prior. With the support of this organization, the building became a City of Seattle historical landmark, and its carriage house our home. We're here to celebrate the Log House Museum as the place from which we share the stories of our past and present. 10 years ago, we installed the restored Belvedere viewpoint totem pole. Big shout out to Mike Shaughnessy who did this again. The pole, which towered over the city at Belvedere Viewpoint Park since the 1960s, was a recreation of one carved by Indigenous artists that had stood in that spot since the 1930s. In 2006, it was replaced by the outstanding artistry of Michael Halliday's story pole. So we are here to celebrate the preservation of a West Seattle icon. And today we commit to leveraging this anniversary to tell new stories about Coast Salish art and early Seattle history. I thank our speakers who represent our community partners, whose support allow us to advance our newly adopted strategic objectives and transform how we interact with our community. Through a grant from Maritime Washington and with the critical support of the Duwamish tribe and others, we will begin our interpretive planning this year facilitated by Chris Ehrlich, who's here tonight. Thank you for being here. To develop an interactive and permanent exhibit on the Duwamish, at the Log House Museum on Duwamish Peninsula history. This place contains a multitude of stories. They are embedded in the sea, in the exposed tertiary bedrock, uplifted 11,000 years ago at Alki Point. These geologic events are documented in Coast Salish oral tradition, and they mesmerize beachgoers at low tide today. These stories are memorialized in stone and metal in the monuments and markers at Alki Beach. These markers prompt visitors to ask questions about the past, and importantly, how we choose to remember it. And these stories are in the room with us tonight. I haven't said hello yet, Carol Ann. They're in the lived experience of Carol Ann Thornton, who is the first student to desegregate West Seattle schools, and the first person of color to be inducted into the West Seattle High School Hall of Fame, Alumni Hall of Fame, in its 100-plus year history. Yay. And these stories are in our robust collection of over 10,000 artifacts that describe the placemaking of diverse communities across our peninsula in past and present time. By connecting the stories we tell to our surrounding environment, by prioritizing interactive experiences of the display of our artifacts, through the exhibition of diverse stories and by incorporating natural history, and by extending an exhibit from both inside to outside of the Log House Museum, we will transform how people interact with our historical society, and we aspire to become a regional attraction. And while this work is yet ahead, we are proud of the work we are doing today. Nancy shared some of these successes. We have made significant strides with the help of our awesome collections volunteers in creating opportunities for the public to interact with our collections. And we celebrate the wonderful successes of our current exhibit, Ta'awi, Creek of Hope, developed by Tom Rees. Gonna make you see the Duwamish Alive Coalition, which is Sharon. And Delridge Neighborhoods Development Association, so Caroline. And as Nancy mentioned, it was just yesterday we learned, so it's not really public information, but I felt comfortable sharing it. Very excited that this exhibit is being awarded an Award of Excellence in Exhibits by the Washington Museum Association. So congratulations. So really great timing on that email, by the way. And this year we look ahead to a partnership with the West Duwamish Greenbelt Trails Group. This year we'll install an exhibit that will highlight community-sourced photographs and tell the history of the Greenbelt. We are here to celebrate our vision to navigate the past anew, and we cannot advance this vision without everything that has come before, and we cannot do this without your support. We are, all of us, everyone in this room, a part of Duwamish Peninsula, and we are here because we love this place and share a vision for its future. Thank you.